I have some interesting and exciting news about major changes of Mercedes Wi-Fi data plans for your car. I know that some of you don't even know what I'm talking about right now. But don't worry, sit back and relax. I'll explain everything in this video. But the best part of this new Mercedes Wi-Fi data plan, it's no longer offered for free. Wait. What? When you buy a brand new Mercedes, it usually comes with the free Wi-Fi. Well, sort of. It's only free when the car is brand new and for a very limited time. Depending on the year and model, it came with a free trial anywhere between 3 to 12 months. It comes as a part of Mercedes Me Connect services, MMC for short. It used to have a different name on the older Mercedes, Tele-Aid, which made a lot of sense. Tele-Aid meant help from the distance. But then some other guy came along and said, you know what, we are much more than just a help from a distance. So let's rename it to Mbrace, where M stands for Mercedes, apparently. Mbrace was expensive, very complicated, but most importantly, it sounded weird. Impossible to understand what it means. So most people tried to avoid it as far as they could. And as recently as a few years ago, another new guy came along who realized that most Mercedes customers don't even understand what Mbrace is all about. And he decided to rename it. Are you ready? To Mercedes Me Connect. Which doesn't even sound English. Me Connect, connect me. I mean, you can say my Mercedes. That would make a lot of sense, right? But me Mercedes? That doesn't sound right. When I try to write Mercedes Me, even my computer throws an error. No wonder most people don't even want to get it. But when you see Mercedes Me Connect, what the heck is all that about? I mean, how can you come up with Mercedes Me Connect name? Part of Mercedes Me Connect packages has been in-car Wi-Fi. And as I mentioned, it used to come with a free trial. Mercedes has partnered with AT&T for a very long time to provide a data service. AT&T operates on a GSM network, which requires a little SIM card inside your cell phone to establish connection. But you don't have to buy a SIM card for your car because the multimedia unit in your car already comes with this SIM card built in. It already has a SIM card inside your Mercedes head unit. But here's the problem. Almost nobody used this Wi-Fi data inside their Mercedes vehicle, even though it's free. And if you did, please let me know in the comment section below. And there are a couple reasons why. First, most people never understood what Mercedes Me Connect means. And secondly, the service is so slow. If you try to send an email, it would be faster to print it, seal it inside the envelope with the stamp, and just send it by regular mail. That would be faster than sit and wait for this email to load. But now everything is about to change. Mercedes-Benz partnered with Deutsche Telekom to operate Mercedes-Me Connect services and also Wi-Fi hotspot. In the United States, Deutsche Telekom operates on a T-Mobile network, which already set up a portal for the new Mercedes data plans. But as usual, nobody even knows about it. The only reason you're about to find out is because you're watching this channel. Every new 2021 Mercedes-Benz will come with the T-Mobile SIM cards already inserted in their multimedia systems. So you will have the same SIM card in your multimedia system, exactly the same card as in your cell phone. So now you can get a super fast internet Wi-Fi inside your car. Now you probably have a few questions. First, what happens to your car, which was sold before 2021 and right now operates on a slow AT&T connection? And secondly, will you be able to upgrade? The short answer is yes, if your car is equipped with Mercedes-Me Connect. Here's the thing, unlike Verizon, both AT&T and T-Mobile operate on the same GSM platform. What it means is you can use the same SIM card that you have in your car right now, which came from AT&T, and transfer the service to a T-Mobile. So you don't have to replace your SIM card. You can use the same one that's already in your car. All you need is just replace your service internet provider and it will work on the same card. Actually, you don't even need to do anything. All Mercedes vehicles equipped with Mercedes-Me Connect will transition from AT&T to a T-Mobile automatically. You don't have to do anything. Your car's SIM card will be reprogrammed via over-the-air update sometime in the first half of 2021, unless it's already changed in your car. You don't even know about it. In order to get free over-the-air updates, you have to make sure that your car is set up to receive them in the first place. In your car's system menu, go to software update and then make sure that automatic online update is checkmarked with this yellow light. If you turn it off, you have to do the software update manually, which I do not recommend. If you keep it on, the automatic updates will be sent to your car over the air and you don't have to do anything. If you go to System Info, you can check the latest updated software version installed in your car. You can quickly check if your car is already transitioned to T-Mobile simply by connecting to your car's Wi-Fi hotspot, where you will be redirected to your provider site. On your vehicle's multimedia screen, you have to go to Settings, then to System, and then select Wi-Fi and Bluetooth. Make sure that Wi-Fi is toggled to the on position. By the way, it also turns on the live traffic services for your navigation. So make sure it's turned on regardless of whether you want to get Wi-Fi hotspot or not. Also, both vehicle hotspot visible for devices and activate vehicle hotspot must be on. After you confirm that all three are toggled on, go to vehicle hotspot and then connect device to vehicle hotspot. Now there are multiple different ways to connect to vehicle hotspot. You can go passcode, WPS pin, you can connect via NFC, but for this video I'm gonna do something simple. We're gonna connect via QR code. So once you have QR code, all you have to do is go to your cell phone and get a QR scanner and scan the code on your head unit. And once it's scanned, you have to connect it. I already created password. Let's hit connect. And you can see right here where it says sign in to direct MBUX, you can see right on top it says my vehicle at AT&T. So this particular car did not transition to a T-Mobile service yet. It's still under AT&T, and the reason, because I have a AT&T paid plan, so it doesn't transfer. And as you can see, it's already connected to a Mercedes hotspot. You can also go to check internet status. That's another way. Right here you can see, because I have paid service, it's 4G LTE, so it's pretty fast. I'm online and you can see how good reception is. And also there is a currently used as a vehicle hotspot. And if you scroll down, you can see the link, it says forwarding to provider. So that's another way to check who is your service provider. Let's click on it, we go outside. And you can see right now it says my vehicle and it already shows AT&T logo. And if we zoom in, you can see it says AT&T use your number. So this particular car did not transition to T-Mobile for the reason it has a service agreement with AT&T. You can also connect it via the Mercedes Me Connect website. You have to navigate to manage services and then in the in-car Wi-Fi select top up data volume. Now another question you may ask, why not using your cell phone to provide a hotspot inside your car? Why do you need to mess with Mercedes Wi-Fi? I will give you a couple of reasons, but there are a lot more. If you create a hotspot from your cell phone, all your devices inside the car may eat a lot of data. For example, I like to play YouTube videos inside of my car, and that's a whole lot of data. Now you may ask yourself, how in the world can I play YouTube videos inside of my car? For that I have another video. Watch YouTube in your car today without any installation. The link for this video is below in the description area. Additional data can cost you extra money even if you have one of those unlimited data plans. Because unlimited data plan does not mean unlimited data. You have to read your cell phone agreement. Most cellular service providers will charge you for excessive hotspot data, regardless of your monthly unlimited data. Also, the hotspot data is much slower than when you get data directly to your head unit inside your car. It works a lot slower. Direct data does not slow down during peak traffic times, and it will be able to handle multiple devices inside your car. For example, I bought an unlocked cell phone for my younger daughter, but I'm not paying any monthly fee for her service. She can make phone calls using her WhatsApp, Facebook Messenger, and some other apps. Using hotspot inside the house, inside the school, and now she can use hotspot inside the car or anywhere where there is a Wi-Fi connection. You can even get a phone number via Google Voice for free. I mean, she is too young to have her own telephone service, but the funny thing, she can make calls 90% of the time without any cellular service provider. I mean, I'm paying $0 for her monthly service, but she still manages to make phone calls whenever she wants. Amazing. Now, let's talk about pricing. I'm gonna give you this secret link that nobody knows about. Daimler, which is the name of the company who makes Mercedes, NA, which stands for North America, .hotspotdrive.com. If you live outside North America, you can contact your local Mercedes dealership and they will provide you with the correct link. That's the website we need. You can select different language if you like. You can log in. Let's select the United States. Hit next. And here you can find a lot of information. Turn your Mercedes-Benz into a mobile hotspot for all Wi-Fi capable devices, fast and reliable Wi-Fi access, transparent charges, you can cancel at any time. Here it says, what is Hotspot Drive? Deutsche Telekom Hotspot Drive brings fast internet service to your car, now available in almost all Mercedes-Benz models. You can do free registration. You can click frequently asked questions, and there is millions of them, so you can find answer to every question you can think. But I'd like to go to rate plans. So here you can see Hotspot Drive Start. It only gives you 1 GB per month and it costs $15. That doesn't make any sense. I do not recommend this plan. The next one, Hotspot Drive Unlimited. So this one gives you unlimited data per month and it costs about $25. That makes a lot more sense, but if you're serious, you should get Hotspot Drive Unlimited Premium. That gives you unlimited data per year. So you have to pay $240 per year, but you get unlimited data, which brings your total down to $20 per month. To me, that sounds like a deal. One thing to note, anyone with active AT&T cellular service in your car, paid subscription, will not transition to a T-Mobile service provider until they actually cancel their service with AT&T. Once canceled, then the vehicle will be eligible to complete the over-the-air SIM card update and then switch over. You will not be able to request to switch sooner or schedule an update. It has to be automatic. Also, you won't be able to switch backward from T-Mobile to AT&T. Once it's transitioned, there is no way back. Another thing, once you activate the new service, it will not happen immediately. You may need to wait for about 24 hours or even more for the activation to complete. I would also recommend turning off ignition for a few times. That will help the communication module to reset and apply changes. Many people ask me how to skip to the part of my video directly without searching, especially on some of my longer videos. Well, I usually recommend watching the whole video, but if you have already seen it and just want to skip to the part of your interest, it's very easy to do. I always create video chapters in most of my videos. If you look at the YouTube player's timeline, you'll see that it's divided into multiple sections, and hovering over one will reveal the title of each chapter. So all you have to do is pick a chapter you want to watch and click at the beginning. That way you don't need to do any fast forwarding. Just go straight to wherever you want. Alternatively, you can scroll down to the description area and click on Show More. I always place a table of contents there with the corresponding timestamps. So you can click on any of your subjects of interest and the video will start playing right there. And I think the easiest way to do it, below video's timeline, there is a chapter. So if you click on it, it actually opens the window on the right, which shows all the chapters on the right with its own timestamp. So you can just click and go directly to the point which you want to see. For example, if I click on tip number 8, it starts playing right there. Another frequently asked question is if I can post subtitles, which I almost always do. You just need to click closed captioning in the player and subtitles will be enabled. But I was also asked to translate into different languages. Some videos I actually have in different languages, but I also enable the auto translation on most of my videos. So I'm gonna show you how to do it. You have to click on the settings gear icon, then hit subtitles, and then auto translate. Here you can select almost every language that exists anywhere in the world. Of course, I can't really guarantee how accurate is this automatic translation, but at least it's better than nothing. Play on the instrument cluster to navigation. Instead of entering the
intersecting street, please.
Laurel Canyon Boulevard. And the question of today is, have you ever used Mercedes Me Connect and what features? Please let us know in the comment section below.